Eurofile, Australia. Greetings from Melbourne, where it is 5 o'clock in the morning.
shit.
So,
Go to
good
sleep, man.
morning. What was your friend Robin's involvement in your music, and what was his reaction when you qualified for Turin?
I think he's sitting here, right here. He, first of all, his reaction was, I think, where you were kind of crying actually for the first time. Yeah, you were. He was kind of, he would never admit it, but he had a little tear in his eye. Yeah, you did. So yeah, I think he was pretty hyped as well. And yeah, he's had a big influence on my music. Of course, I've been making music for a long time, just like playing in small bars and all around town, you know, not really having any listeners. And that changed when Robin invited me to his studio, and we kind of worked together, and that's when it all kind of started. So I'm very thankful for his involvement in anything.
You said that writing songs is just like a sort of therapy.
Yeah.
How can you tell us about this
Absolutely.
process?
It is, you know, for me, writing down thoughts, that's where it begins. That alone has like such an impact because, you know, when you think about things, it's always just a quick thought, and you don't really deal with those feelings. And as soon as you write them down, you know, you give them a
becomes more relevant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a manifestation, a physical manifestation of the thought, and so it gets much more real. And that is the first part. Then for me, like turning those thoughts and feelings into melodies that kind of mean something to me, that evoke something. That's like the second step of the therapy program. And then, of course, like sharing those thoughts, sharing those feelings, and like standing on a stage, talking about it, having all these people. It's like a group session at that point where everybody just has their own side of the story, tells their side of their, you know, their experiences and their thoughts on it. And yeah, so these three kind of steps, they all make me feel like, yeah, music is kind of a self-therapy, actually.
And you are on the stage performing with keyboards and guitars and loop station and drum pad. How do you cope with that? I mean,
love it.
so many things to do.
Yeah, well, it's so much fun, actually. It's yeah, I got the loop station, so that makes it possible for me to play various instruments kind of at the same time and just loop them together. And yeah, it's so much fun because, you know, I've been doing that for years now. I love it. At first, of course, it was pretty hard, you know, just like getting into it all. But now I don't have to think about it anymore, which is great. Because as soon as I think about it, it's like I'm out. Yeah, exactly. It's over. So no, I really love
Natural
it. Natural
process.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't do it differently.
Okay. Questions? Yes, you, sir. Second
there.
line, and then you. Okay.
Oh wow.
Hello, Malik.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Simon from Good Evening Europe, once again, after Stockholm and Amsterdam. Now you've been to all of these pre-parties and met the Eurovision fans, and now you're here in Eurovision. What has been your overall impression of these last 2 months?
I'm just super hyped. It's been an amazing experience, an absolutely unique experience, and I'm so happy to be part of it. You know, for me, what made me the happiest in this whole thing was you know, having the contact to the fans, actually, because they're so invested in everything and they're so passionate. And you know, with the pre-parties, I've been to countries and places I've never been to before. You know, for example, Israel, in Tel Aviv. And it was so crazy to just like step out of the bus and have people scream my name and sing my song and everything. Yeah, exactly. But in a place where I've never been to before. So this whole journey has yeah, made me very humble in terms of knowing that there are people out there who listen to my music in places I've never been to. That's crazy.
Danke.
Thank you for the question. I have one, Benjamin from Eurovision Song Contest Compact. Are you satisfied with your first rehearsal?
Yeah, I am, definitely, yeah. We had some issues, of course, everybody has with the camera stuff, but we just sorted it out like this, and they're also super professional and super relaxed. I've played a couple of productions and everything, and normally everybody's super stressed, and it's like you don't even want to say anything. But here, everybody was calm. They're like just making jokes and everything.
Maybe they seem to be relaxed, but maybe.
Yeah, but they're covering it up pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Other questions? Yes, you, madam. You wanted to Not, oh, okay, you already answered. So, Sasha from the Eurovision Song Contest Green Room podcast in Germany, you have postponed your next tour by a few days. Did you do that in case of your victory so that you have a few days to celebrate?
It's actually just one day. So it's we got one free day after Eurovision on the 15th, and then the tour starts. So it's we're definitely going to have a party. It doesn't matter if there's a victory or not, because this whole experience is just worth having a party for sure. And then, yeah, we got one day to sober up, and then the tour starts. So I hope one day is going to be enough, but I don't think so.
Which is the first thing you want to do after the Eurovision Song Contest?
Right after the final?
Right after.
Ooh, probably have a little gin tonic or two, and then just have a great night with all the other artists and all my friends. My family's going to be here, so yeah, it's going to be a long night for sure.
Okay. Can you tell us the story of the TV series The Office? Yes, I know the story.
Yeah, you do? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, an episode of The Office was the inspiration behind Rockstars, my song, because it's actually a comedy series, so it's pretty weird. But there was this like very deep moment where one of the characters, I'm not going to spoil, I'm not going to say who said it or when, but somebody said, I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. And that sentence, that quote kind of really hit deep for me. You know, it was like I cried immediately, I got to admit. And yeah, it made me realize so much about myself and my mood back then. And it made me realize how much time I spent in the past, you know, thinking about the good old days, comparing myself to when I was a child or when I was in my youth, and just not thinking about everything. You know, as a child, we always tend to just live in the moment, you know. You don't, there's no worries, there's no thoughts, everything is so lighthearted and mindless. And through that quote, I realized that I've grown up into a person who's just like always thinking about everything and caught up in a lot of worries and doubts and everything. And yeah, that was like a very painful realization, but also, sorry for talking so much, but that's important, because it also made me realize that we as humans always tend to see the good old days when they're over. And we almost never see the good things while they're still happening, but after they're done, and we look back at them. And I feel like, and that's what I'm trying to do with the song, I feel like we should change that and see the good things in here and now, you know.
Yeah, we have to remember to be child.
Exactly,
Yeah.
absolutely.